going on, guys? Back at you guys with another presentation. Um, I want to talk to you guys real quick. It's a rainy Wednesday. I want to talk to you guys real quick about why Tupac transitioned, because that was a good topic that I was talking about yesterday, and I'm gonna talk about why Tupac transitioned into a thug. I feel like this would be a good topic to elaborate more on. I believe Tupac he transitioned into a thug because, like I stated in the previous presentation, that's what's accepted in the community. That's what's considered cool. You know, for brothers, being gangster, being, hood, that's the standard. Unfortunately, in my adolescent days, I fell victim of it myself. Growing up listening to rap music, I used to try to emulate the stuff that I would see in the rap videos, trying to be hood, trying to be gangster, listening to the Rough Riders, listening to Cash Money Millionaires. So I was guilty of it myself in my adolescent days. But, once you grow and you mature and you become an adult, you realize that right there is the reason why the culture's messed up. And it's sad how you have so many sisters. If they had to choose a brother to be with, they would rather be with a brother that's from the streets versus being with a brother that's from the suburbs. That's why I say rap music is the worst thing that ever happened to the culture. That's why I don't listen to a lot of rap no more. I listen to R&B. I listen to classical. That's what I listen to. I don't listen to as much rap. I've even listened to a little heavy metal here and there. But I don't listen to as much rap as I used to because that's the reason why the culture's messed up. And see, as a brother, if you don't embody that hood type of persona, it's like if you don't have that type of energy, then you soft and you a sellout. Well, I guess I'll just be soft and a sellout then, because you can't adapt to what you've never been around. What you can only become what you've been around. So if you haven't been in the trenches and you wasn't raised like that, you can't become that. And Tupac, I know he was raised in the hood, and when you grow up around that, it's easy to get caught up in that. I'm a firm believer, guys, that we are products of our environment. You become like what you're around. If you in the trenches, and if that's the kind of people that you're around, and those are the kind of elements that you're around, then that's the type of person you're gonna grow up to be. You can't become anything other than what you're around. It's all about exposure. And like I stated, Tupac, he knew that for a brother, that's the way you gotta be for a brother. Tupac knew that. Tupac knew that as a brother, you gotta be on that hood stuff. He knew that that's the kind of persona and that's the kind of energy that you gotta project, which is sad. But let's say, like I stated, if Tupac, even though he was raised in the trenches, let's say if Tupac didn't adapt to the hood. Let's say if Tupac kept his same persona. If he kept the same persona that he had, he probably would have still been here today. So at the end of the day, it's all about what we grow up around, what we're exposed to. Sadly, that's the standard for a brother. Being gangster, being hood, being savage. With the rap music and the rap culture, that's the standard. And unfortunately, rap is the most popular genre of music. It's not going nowhere. But I felt this would be a good topic to elaborate more on. You guys leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think if Tupac didn't adapt to the streets, if he didn't adapt to being gangster, do you still believe Tupac would be alive if he didn't adapt to the streets and adapt to being gangster? But you guys, just let me know what you think, because I truly believe if he didn't adapt to that, he would still be here. Um, that's why I say rap music is like I stated, guys, it's one of the worst things that ever happened to the culture. Why do you think you got a lot of brothers adapting to this way of life? Because they feel that's cool. You even got brothers that's from the suburbs that grow up like I did, and they want to be gangsters. It's because of what they're around. It's what they're being exposed to. It's that rap music. It's bad when you've been in the suburbs your whole life and you want to adapt to the hood. Something that you wasn't even raised around. Something that you don't even come from. It's really sad, guys. But that's what the culture has done. That's what this rap music has done. You got guys that didn't even grow up like that who want to identify with that so bad. And I don't try to paint myself to be a saint, you know. I don't try to paint myself to be a saint, guys, because in my adolescent days, I feel victim of it myself. I felt victim of trying to be hood myself in my younger days. So you live and you learn, though. In life is a learning journey, guys. And we never stop learning. No matter how old you get, you never stop learning. And the older you get, you look back on your younger days and you're like, man, only if I knew what I knew now. You know? Life is a never-ending learning journey, guys. You never stop learning. You only stop learning when you leave this world. But Tupac knew that being gangster and hood, that was what was respected in the urban culture. And he knew that's what get women. He knew that as a brother, that's the standard. So he decided to adapt to the standard. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. But everybody got their own life to live. You guys leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Have a good evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Peace.